Bring her in. There's gonna be consequences.
I can remember.
Are you ready for the next mission?
Who are you?
They're trying to destroy an organization that wants you dead. I need to get you out of here.
Hunt her down, just like we taught you.
Don't look now, but they're the hottest team in football. The New England Patriots, winners of 5 in a row, taking aim at the AFC's #1 seed, the Tennessee Titans. The entire AFC North is over 500. Steelers and Bengals, they want to sort things out in Cincinnati this afternoon. And a battle of possible MVPs. Tom Brady leads the league in touchdown passes. Jonathan Taylor leads the league in scoring touchdowns. Bucks and Colts in Indy in what should be a dandy. Quite a way to wrap up Thanksgiving weekend as we say hi, everyone, and welcome to NFL Redzone, presented by Amazon Prime Video. Scott Hansen here, hoping you had a great holiday of family, food, and football. I hope you got a big plate of leftovers sitting on your lap right now, because those 3 games that we just showed you, part of a group of 6 games today that we will see both teams enter with a 500 or better record. High-level competition to finish the month of November. The early window is just about set to kick off. 7 games on the early slate, including Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, divisional matchup. The Jets go to Houston. Texans trying to put together a win streak. Bucks and Colts. Indianapolis has won 5 of their last 6. Atlanta will have Cordero Patterson in the lineup. He was a game-time decision, but the do-it-all wide receiver running back will play at Jacksonville. Carolina and Miami, the Dolphins are winners of 3 straight. New England and Tennessee, the Patriots can jump back into first place in the AFC East with a victory. And then Philadelphia at the Giants. The run game for the Eagles has been potent the last 3 or 4 weeks. What will they do today against their division foe? The late window, kicking off in the 4 o'clock Eastern hour, sees home games for Denver, Green Bay, and San Francisco. 6 of those teams, 5 of those 6 teams with a 500 or better record. There are dandy matchups here so far in Week 12. And we're set for the first kickoff in Foxborough, New England, putting the AFC on notice. What will they do against the beat-up Titans? Ryan Tannehill and company will start with the football first, just over the 25-yard line, pending the penalty flags. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a couple of games that were not really characteristic of the Super Bowl champs, but they will come in on offense first with the highest scoring offense in the NFL. TB12 leads the Bucs onto the field. in Indianapolis. We'll go back to that game in just a moment. The Giants at home wrapping up Thanksgiving weekend against their heated rival from the South, Philadelphia. Shot up the turnpike, and they are ready to tangle with the New York Giants. Eagles 5-6, kicking it away. Jake Elliott, as the 3-7 Giants will receive. Ball is in the air there as we go to the Octo Box. 7 of the 8 games in the early window here in week number 12. And yours truly saying 7 hours of commercial-free football start now. Let's go live to that first game, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who on the first play of the game, I believe we had a penalty there, guys, a false start penalty against Tampa Bay. So after a 4-yard gain, let's make it 2nd and 6 live.
On 2nd down, Brady on the fake all day over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. Xavier Rhodes got his hands on it, brings up 3rd down. This Colts defense, 13th in scoring. They've got a couple of stalls.
In between 2nd and 3rd down for the Bucs, let's sneak in a Cincinnati Bengals play. Wearing the orange jerseys, and that's one of the hotter running backs in football. Joe Mixon, the second snap of the game, goes for a 25-yard pickup. Mixon had 123 yards rushing last week against Las Vegas.
3rd and 6. Blitz is coming. Brady sees it, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Mike Evans, but it was nowhere near him. And the Colts D forcing a 3-and-out early.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady's expecting Mike Evans to kind of pull up there. Typically, the rule is if I'm looking, I'm booking. But Mike Evans sees a defender out there. I think Tom Brady's expecting Mike to just sit down and throttle in that zone.
Rare mistake in the communication between Brady and Mike Evans, but a 3-and-out for the Bucs will get the football back for Indianapolis. Ryan Tannehill, 3rd and 3, and no. It's a sack for Matt Judon and the faithful in Foxborough standing to their feet, as that defense has been one of the main keys for New England to have the 5-game winning streak and be the hottest team in football. We're back live with the Cincinnati opening drive. Joe Burrow, take it away.
1st and 10. It's Mixon. 3-foot pull. Flag is thrown. And a hit across the way, as you can see, by Schobert. The leading tackler for the Steelers. A gain of 7 as it stands now near the 31. With a look at Mike Tomlin. And Bill Vinovich, officiating 2 Super Bowls in his career, 49 and 54.
Defense over 55. Penalty decline. 2nd down.
That's Devin Bush.
Picking up a highlight of the Panthers and Dolphins. 3rd and 11 for Tua Tagovailoa. Whips it into his fella Alabama Crimson Tide alum, and that's Jalen Waddle. 3rd and 11. They go for 25 yards. Miami on the move. Again, the Dolphins, 3 straight wins for Tua and company. We check back in with the Giants. On their opening possession, Daniel Jones feels a little heat. Incomplete pass, similar to that 3rd down incompletion for the Tampa Bay Bucs on the crossing route. Goes to the ground there, and the Giants will have to kick. We'll pick up Carson Wentz's opening plays.
Here is Wentz. Taylor's first carry left side, and there is not much there. So Taylor, the #1 rusher in the league against the #1 rush defense for Tampa Bay. And good news for the Bucs, that man, Vita Vea, who is a mountain of a human being, is back and one of the best run stuffers all around.
We'll check in with the Cincinnati Bengals in field goal range. 3rd and 1 here.
2 tight ends. 3rd and 1. Nixon. Oh, he burrows his way with a run to the 26, and he picks up 3 on the play. An avalanche of defenders.
Taylor again, up the middle, has a little hole, but that closed quickly. And he's going to get 3 yards there.
By the way, the reason that the Indianapolis Colts are in such great field position, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers punt after the 3 and out was 14 yards. So a misstep on special teams for Tampa Bay puts Carson Wentz and the guys in scoring position immediately.
He bounces it to the outside where the hole is and is able to pick up the first down because of that vision.
It's the 7th play of the drive, 1st and 10. And they got the ball.
On 3rd and 6. Nyheim Hines in for him in the slot left. Wentz, time, looking, floating towards the corner, incomplete. Pittman out of his break was open, but the ball a little underthrown. And now it looks like a field goal try.
It seemed like Pittman got an accurate throw, but a good job of understanding what the protection was and didn't leave any 3 defenders coming loose after Burrow.
Burrow 2-2. It's 2nd down and 1. Nixon again. Good block in there by Spain.
Michael Badgley, 9 for 9 as a Colt this year. 45-yarder up and good. So Tampa Bay holds Indianapolis on the board, but I'm sure they felt like
a reason that the Bengals are using Mixon so much. How about that? 6 rush attempts already. He had that reception on the first pass of the game as well. They're trying to get him involved. The last time these guys played, he only had 19 touches, 18 carries, and 1 reception. So you can see there's a real emphasis in the game plan to get Mixon going early.
This offensive coordinator, Brian Callahan, the 14th ranked offense in pro football, has it 1st and 10 at the 11th. Opening drive of the game in the long one. Nixon again. Inside he cuts, and he is met right there by Chris Wormley. A start.
Good-looking Cincinnati drive. We'll get you right back there in a moment after we show you a 3rd and medium for Tua. And the Dolphins quarterback is hit from behind. Ball goes loose. Miami Dolphins recover it, but it takes them out of field goal range. Brian Burns applying the heat. Interesting side note, the Carolina Panthers, the only team in the NFL to not have allowed an opening drive touchdown by their opponent all season long.
Reef a block at the right tackle. They come off the wing. He's being chased. And Burrow dives. Touchdown. Joe Burrow has his first rushing touchdown of the season. He takes it in from 8 and gives the Bengals an early lead.
How about that drive for the Cincinnati Bengals? Yeah, Zach Taylor's fist bumping his assistant coaches on the sideline. A statement by Joe Burrow and the guys to begin the game. And we double box in the New England Patriots inside the red zone.
It's Harris. And not much of a push going up the middle. Help from Kevin Byard, who is having himself a whale of a season for Tennessee. Not only
in the Giants-Eagles game, the Giants went 3 and out and punted to Philadelphia. Eagles with a 3rd and long, and Jalen Hurts nearly sacked. He got back past the line of scrimmage, so it won't be a sack, but it's still not a very positive play for Philadelphia. Giants went 3 and out. Eagles go 3 and out.
This year, just doing his own job and doing it quite well as we take a look at the opening drive numbers he's doing with the Patriots.
Patriots beat Atlanta last Thursday night, shut them out 25-0. 2nd and 10. Jones, high, incomplete. Hunter Henry, who's been a touchdown machine for the Pats, got his hand on it. Byard in coverage for the Titans.
Really, that's 3 straight plays we've seen Byard really make a play. Jonnu Smith got the first down, but then he helped make the tackle on the first down there. And now look at this play. Nice coverage by Byard downfield. Hunter Henry goes up for the ball, and then Byard comes in and takes the body so he can't come back and get it again.
So on 3rd and 10 for New England. Outstanding field position to open up. Jones, toss it underneath. Catch made. Bolden, zigzag move. Walks the tightrope for the first down. Brandon Bolden delivers on a catch and run.
Well, how about this play? Had a lot of elements to it. Fake it out wide. Screen right. Nope. Coming back screen left. Look at Ted Karras, 67. Get out in front. And then as you noted, Ian, the tight roping, keeping the red shoes not in the white, but on the green before he picks up the first down. And a nice job by the rookie, Mac Jones, staying cool under the pressure of the Titans.
Yeah, it was high-low action with a hit on Jones. Bolden broke a tackle from Molden.
180.
First and goal, New England. On a give. Harris gets blown up after a gain of...
The Atlanta Falcons have been rough on offense the last 2 games. Watch this pass by Matt Ryan. Simple little flat pass to the running back, and what his arm was not hit. The ball was not tipped. That was just a missed pass by about 4 yards to a running back, Mike Davis, that was just about 6 yards away from him. The Atlanta Falcons have gone 27 offensive possessions without a touchdown. 27 straight. That one just ended it with a punt.
And probably number 2 Alabama going head-to-head.
Second and goal for the Pats. Traditional set with Johnson in front of Harris. 8th play of the drive. Jones on a give. Trying to power in. He gets stood up at the 4 and then chopped down.
New England Patriots work in the red zone. We've got the Houston Texans on an 11-play drive just inside the red zone themselves. Let's call it 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8 from the 17-yard line of Robert Saleh's Jets defense.
Due to injuries. They have struggled throughout the season, starting in training camp with injuries and unable to make the defense the way they wanted it.
Little miscommunication. It's deflected up in the air and it's picked off. John Franklin Myers. Unbelievable. He returns it 32 yards. It was tipped by Franklin Myers, and then he picked it.
Franklin Myers, who's having the best season of your tier chart. That'll be a battle all game long, running it inside.
3rd and goal. Bolden releases. Jones up in the air. It's caught. Bourne, touchdown. Bourne ready.
Watch Bourne coming from the 3rd in and runs to the flag, and that ball is in the air as he's making his break. You often hear quarterback coaches, offensive coordinators say, we want the ball on the body on the break. Mac Jones had such confidence in that route, read in pre-snap what he wanted in terms of coverage, what he saw, and knew he was going to Bourne right away. That ball was out of his hands before Bourne even looked back for it, and it was perfectly thrown.
Extra point, Nick Folk leads the NFL in points.
Wow, what a great job by Kendrick Bourne tapping that second foot down while he was catching the ball and the DB's arm. Flea flicker screen to the tight end. Evan Engram, interesting looking play here. Well, you'll know that Jason Garrett was just fired as the offensive coordinator 5 days ago for the Giants. Freddie Kitchens dialing up a little something. And do we have a turnover here? The Colts think so. Let's see the signal from the officials. Indianapolis hoping they got a fumble from the Bucs. Forcing another turnover. And they got it.
You talked about Darius Leonard. This is the weekly peanut punch, Kev. It feels like not a game goes by that we don't talk about it. Darius Leonard, he can do a little bit of everything, and he's put his stamp on this game early.
Darius Leonard has become the best in the NFL at punching out the football. 26 turnovers forced this year by the Indianapolis Colts. And you want turnovers? We got one here in the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game. Eli Apple intercepts Ben Roethlisberger, takes it back inside the 10, down to around the 5-yard line. 1st and goal immediately. That was just seconds ago. This is live.
Had a good game last week in Vegas against the Raiders. 1st and goal, Mixon tries to pry his way in near the 3 into the heart of the defense, and a gain of 3, 2nd down and goal.
All right, we're going to go triple box here. Goal to go for the Bengals. Upper right-hand corner of the screen, Zach Wilson and the Jets in the red zone after their turnover forced by their defense. And on the bottom of the screen, that's the Giants in the red zone. Back to back to back here, Jets, Giants, Bengals.
2nd down goal at the 2. Mixon around his ankles. He's got Cam Sutton with a gain of a yard to the 1.
Well, that was Mixon running into a wall right there.
Your team in a situation where you're, 2nd down and 5 or 6 as opposed to 2nd down and 10.
Those 4 yards, if you look at numbers, they make a huge difference in terms of how long drives stay alive for offenses. This looked more like a draw play for Jones' design. It's chopped down in traffic. Singleton part of the unit there. And it'll be 3rd down and long coming up for New York halfway through.
Tom Johnson now on the field. Long setback for the Jets on 2nd and goal. Johnson on the take inside the 5. And a good push by the middle of that Houston front. DeMarcus Walker.
A lot of first downs or yards in that first matchup, but they were able to take advantage of the turnover.
3rd and goal. Here comes the pressure. Blocked by Mixon. Spinning like a top and down. Hit by Wormley. But
Slayton was in motion. Jones, one-on-one. Top side. Incomplete. Looking for Kenny Golladay. It was Darius Slay, his old Detroit Lion teammate, in coverage.
On the left side of the offense. 3rd and goal. Wilson fakes the handoff. Here they come, and he is buried. Jacob Martin blowing him up for the Texans.
Trying to spin out, slide up if it's not there, throw it away. But really, when you're down on the 1, if you take a sack, it keeps you in field goal range.
31-yard try. McPherson, he's knocked through 10 in a row with the high snap, put down, and 10-0 Bengal.
So a bigger role for Martin, a huge play for Houston to keep them out of the end zone. 31-yard chip shot by Matt Amendola, who's been a little bit shaky for the Jets.
Job of staying on top of that route, making or forcing Daniel Jones to throw the back shoulder. He didn't get that done.
Graham Gano, 12 in a row for him, and the Giants are the first on the board. 3-0 New York. On to
3 red zone drives, 3 field goals, and we got a blocked punt in the Miami-Carolina game. I don't know if you saw it there because it was mid-snap, but Miami busted through. Duke Riley blocks the punt. Justin Coleman recovers it for the touchdown, and the Dolphins jump out to a 7-0 lead via special teams.
It was picked up initially, but Shaq Barrett got home for the sack. Make it 6.5 on the year for him. We have our first game break of the day. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. Patriots looking to extend their 5-game win streak against the Titans. This helps Mac Jones. Next with Kendrick Bourne, 4-yard score. Pats up early, 7-0. Kevin?
Well, that win streak combined with the Patriots' #1 D in the league, it's a pretty good combination.
Best thing for a young quarterback is a great defense.
After the sack, 2nd down, 4-man rush. Wentz, far side. Jack Doyle's got the catch, but he's going to be wrestled down by Dean, a couple yards short of a 1st down. And now Dean is slow to get up. This Tampa Bay secondary has been besieged by injuries all year long. And I mean, they were playing their 6th and 7th cornerbacks.
During the injury timeout, let's show you the blocked punt again. We picked it up kind of mid-play, but Duke Riley, what's interesting is he just came onto the field to be the 11th man on the punt block unit and busted right through. I think if we see one more replay of this as Miami pushing their way in, the recovery was around the 1-yard line, but they take it in for the touchdown there. There was an angle they showed that looked like the all-22 camera as the PAT is good. I think it might be after this. Here it is. Look at the bottom of the screen. 45. Duke Riley is like the last man, like almost like he didn't know he was supposed to be on this team, on this unit at this time. He comes in and the protection unit didn't notice it. So Miami benefits from a last-second addition. The Dolphins, they were 1-7 at one point this season. They're now 4-7. It's extremely rare that you start 1-7 and then have a 4-game win streak. That's what they're trying to do this afternoon. No one in the red zone at the moment. Let's pick up some live football here at midfield at Gillette Stadium.
You know, you could have 8 or 9 in there, and he would still get a 4 or 5-yard carry or more. They're not getting that from the backs at this time. That's what they're still seeking.
Titans outgained the Texans 420 yards to 190 last week and lost the game 22-13. The toss to the outside. Excellent hands on the perimeter for Chester Rogers.
I don't know if he got it, though. I think he's behind the stick on the catch.
He is. And now what do you do?
But if you're Tennessee with this type of a ball game, the way Mike Vrabel is, nice catch by Chester Rogers, I think they're going to go for it. Because he's going to look at this game and understand how New England's playing offense and how they went downfield on their first one. And you say to yourself, we've got to match point for point. Thus, you think about going for it here, and they do.
They need a yard. Deontay Foreman in there. Tannehill himself, and he's got more than enough. So this drive continues in New England territory. Give him 2 yards on the keeper. We're down to 3.5 remaining in the opening quarter.
Just seconds ago in the Carolina-Miami game, after the block punt, Cam Newton gets back on the ball, takes the snap, heaves it deep as a man. DJ Moore beat double coverage. He's loose into the red zone, tackled inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Carolina, after a 64-yard catch. DJ Moore from Cam Newton. Let's pick it up live here with the first down play.
The 7-yard line. Brandon Jones, that defensive secondary for Miami, is out today with an injury, an ankle and elbow. And this is McCaffrey on the direct snap, but he works inside the 5. And that shove forwards gets him a little bit closer.
So let's see if Ben Roethlisberger bounces back from the interception he threw on the last Pittsburgh possession. He wants a deep shot, looking to chase Claypool. Adjustment for the ball, fights off the defensive back, and that's a pretty looking 41-yard deep shot. Claypool from Ben. Roethlisberger is 2 of 3 for 52 yards and that INT. Pittsburgh not in the red zone just yet. They're in long field goal range. We'll pick them up if they get inside the 20.
From the secondary.
2nd and goal. Cam Newton keeps. Looks like there was a decision to make. He's close. He rode that as long as he could with McCaffrey on the fake.
Right, that was an extended ride by Cam Newton with Christian McCaffrey, and that's really going to put a stress on the defense because you've got to have all your assignments and your rules down. Who's got quarterback? Who's got running back? Look at how long he's able to ride that and check to see what's the best decision. Well played by Jerome Baker outside.
That 64-yard pass play was the longest by the Panthers this year. Nobody has more rushing touchdowns from the quarterback position in the history of the NFL than Cam Newton. He's got it, and Cam Newton hits a wall. Then his second effort, touchdown, Carolina. '73 career rushing touchdowns for Cam Newton. He showed you some strength on that one.
Had a great help from his teammate, Trent Scott.
And Cam Newton, the tradition to give a souvenir to a Carolina fan, even on the road games there. Someone's not giving up that ball, as Cam Newton now has 6 touchdowns in his 3 games back with the Panthers. And remember, the first game he played wasn't even a start. This is his second start. He's got 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. The extra point is good, and we're at 7-7, Panthers and Dolphins. Carson Wentz been really clean this year on not throwing interceptions, nearly picked off there. The linebacker actually should have had this one, but it goes through his hands, and that wasn't on Wentz. Michael Pittman Jr. looked like he was maybe falling down on the pass route, but the ball hit him in the chest, and he was not able to corral it. Near turnover, but not so for the Tampa Bay defense. 3rd and long for Pittsburgh.
You think pass here? It's 3rd down and 9. They go underneath, and it's caught by Deontay Johnson. A nice swivel move, and he's got the first down. Takes it to the 22. Picks up 11 on 3rd down and 9, and that's a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, this is a catch and run. You clear out on the inside, and then you just come underneath, and Johnson able to give a little wiggle, and that allows him to avoid Bell and pick up the first down.
Bell makes the tackle. The ball at the 22 is Cincinnati. Burrow has had a running touchdown today, part of the 10-0 Cincinnati lead. Harris in the backfield. Washington on the move. It's 1st and 10. Good blocking by both tackles. And the tight end, and incomplete. And Zach Gentry was that tight end. Incomplete. Let's go to New York with James and Nate.
Kevin, Cam got some help here. That's right, a little QB draw.
And watch this. Takes a hit, spins, and with a little help, gets on in. The game is knotted at 7. Trent Scott's a little more than a little help, right? Back to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, I love it when the offensive lineman gives him a big bear hug and like gets him into the end zone.
Should that be legal? Pistol formation. 2nd and 10.
As a quarterback, yes, it should.
Yes, it should. Roethlisberger. And looking on the sideline, incomplete, going for the tight end, Zach Gentry with the
3rd and long upcoming for Pittsburgh. The Tennessee drive, we showed you that 4th down they converted. They've now found the red zone, but they are down several receivers coming into this game and during this game. I'll explain that in a minute.
Up the gut, Deontay Foreman has been effective on this drive. He picks up 5 yards. And another
so Cody Hollister is a wide receiver playing a little bit more for the New England or for the Tennessee Titans, who they're already down Julio Jones. They're down A.J. Brown, was just put on the IR this week. So Mike Vrabel's down to 3 wide receivers on the roster at this moment, but they are inside the 20.
Hightower is back for New England. 11th play of the drive, 2nd and 5. Tennessee threatening. Tannehill gets rid of it quickly. Catch made. Hollister, good move. And tackled down by McCourty. So Cody Hollister.
Yeah, good to see Cody Hollister. That was who just caught that pass. Hollister was knocked out of the game for a play or two, but back in the lineup, making that catch to convert for a 1st down.
3rd down and 10. More the block at the left tackle. Going deep for Claypool. Shoved on the play. No yellow. Eli Apple and Claypool were jousting down the near sideline with an incomplete.
Mariota. Who did he throw to a lot in practice squad? Cody Hollister. That connection has endured over time and could show up here today.
Wildcat. Foreman. Short of the goal line. Tennessee getting creative here. They are undermanned, as we know, down the likes of 8.
That matchup a couple times today. They tried it one more time. Apple was ready for it.
There's a little wind at the back on a 40-yard try by Boswell, who has made 17 straight and now make it 18.
Woo, that thing looked like it had to get some draw to get back inside, but it does go inside the left upright. Chris Boswell, by the way, the most accurate kicker in terms of field goals in the NFL this season. He's now 22 of 23. That's about 96% conversion rate. And Pittsburgh is on the board 10-3. We're end of the quarter in the Titans game. You're not missing anything in the Tennessee-New England matchup. Jalen Hurts wants a deep ball. Over to the outside, and Quez Watkins is there. Pretty looking jump catch by Watkins for almost a 20-yard pickup. And now Jalen Hurts and the Eagles coming to the red zone on a 3rd and 5. And Hurts throws a turnover. The interception is made by the safety over the middle. We'll check the name on it. I think it's Darnay Holmes, perhaps. And Jalen Hurts, who'd been so good dual threat the last couple of weeks, will have to wait until probably the 2nd quarter to get back on the field after the interception in the red zone. Tennessee were waiting on for their goal to go. Meanwhile, Cordero Patterson outside, dives for the pylon. Patterson, touchdown. A knee and ankle injury had him questionable coming into today, but Patterson active in the lineup, on the field, and in the end zone.
Around the left side.
And what a stud Jake Matthews has been for this team for a while now. Well, let's see if that left. Yeah, he's in there. I think he's in there, but you can see there's just a tiny little hitch in his giddy up with Cordero Patterson. Credit to that guy for fighting through that injury.
Moments ago in the Jets and Texans matchup, Zach Wilson missed 4 games with his knee injury, but oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Look at the replay on this one. Tavier Thomas will come away, number 37, with it, the defensive back, but it was a gift off of the back of the Jets running back as Wilson was trying to ad-lib a play. We'll see if we can get a good-looking replay of that. That was a weird and awful play for the New York Jets offense. Meanwhile, Texans offense now on the field, and they'll calm him down there. John Franklin Myers, he's the one with the tip interception to himself, comes up with a tackle for the loss there, a sack. Can we see that, guys? Can we see that Zach Wilson interception one more time? Yeah, here's here's a game rewind presented by Amazon Prime Video. So Wilson, he's going to run. Now he wants to shovel pass it, but the running back had turned to make a block downfield because he thought his quarterback was turning into a runner. So Ty Johnson and Zach Wilson not on the same page, and it costs them that possession in the Jets-Texans matchup. Oh, okay, a run down to the red zone. Houston's inside the 20. It's goal to go to start the second quarter here.
Tannehill, inside handoff. Hilliard can't get there. They whistle him down just short of the one. Matthew Judon in there for the Pats.
I think they actually tried to fool him. They had both of the running backs in, but it looked like Hilliard was the lead guy, and normally he's the tail. You got Foreman back there. If you're going to run the ball, Foreman is your guy. I thought they would go play action on second down and give Tannehill an opportunity to get outside the pocket and throw it. But if you're going to run power, Foreman, number 7, at tailback, is your guy.
This drive has taken over 8 minutes, and a timeout called by the Pats.
New England, they're first of the half. It's a 30-second timeout.
We'll come back in 30 seconds after this from Walmart.
Okay, we'll go back here to Houston because there was a play that was run, but a penalty flag came in. Clete Blakeman is announcing, there was defensive pass interference against the Jets. Automatic first down, and this is going to be first and goal. New York's secondary letting them down here. Let's see a replay if they show it.
Player was number 30.
It was indeed Carter. So here's Johnson. So one of the Jet defenders losing their hat. But just to get back to Franklin Myers, you think back, 4th-round pick of the Rams.
They made a flurry of roster moves this week. In fact, they had 13 of them roster moves on Tuesday alone.
I love the word because when that came off the chart, I think you called me.
Before we see third and here for Tennessee, let you know that the Texans drive will stop for a moment. It's the end of the first quarter in Houston. You're not missing anything in that Texans drive.
Foreman in the backfield. Pass underneath, extending Westbrook-Akina.
They might rule him down before he got across the goal line. He was slipping as he made the cut upfield, and I saw the official on the near side running down the end. Watch, he gets blocks in front. Firkser 86, Hollister 16. See how he's slipping and falling? They were ruling him down before the ball got to the goal line.
But nobody touched him.
Exactly, and that's what Mike Vrabel is talking about here. Did he bounce his way into the end zone? It should be a touchdown. Shouldn't even have to do this. Because right now he's going to challenge it, and he's going to be upset he even has to challenge it.
The red flag is ready to go, and boom.
See? Now he's like, I'm challenging it, but why do I have to challenge it? Because this is what happens. Westbrook catches the football. He goes down. They're ruling him down. But was he touched? No one's touched him on defense, so he's bounced across the goal line. Should be a touchdown.
The ruling on the field is that the ball carrier was short of the goal line. Tennessee has challenged that ruling.
But since no one touched him, that should be a touchdown for Tennessee.
Hightower finally got to him, but he had already crossed the goal.
While we wait on what we think will be a replay that will give the Titans a touchdown, let's check in with Tua, who is sacked on 3rd and 3. Phil Hoskins, big 7-1, gets through to drop Tua. A couple of sacks by that Carolina Panthers defensive front. Carolina's D looking nice there, 7-7 Dolphins Panthers. Daniel Jones, play action fake to Saquon Barkley, then throws over the middle, has his man. It's Darius Slayton on the catch and a first down G-Men. That game has gone to the end of the first quarter. We'll let you know if the Giants get down into scoring distance. Pick up the Tampa Bay Bucks for a play or two, and we're waiting on the Texans to come out of commercial break and waiting on the Tennessee Titans coach's challenge.
Play well on the road. So Matt Eberflus, defensive coordinator for the Colts in his 4th year. 2nd and 3. They'll try to run it to Jones to the other side. He is swarmed. Indy was ready. Okereke was there and brings up another 3rd down. And this crowd is roaring today.
Okereke, Darius Leonard, look at the pursuit to the ball. Little inside line stunt, but now look at him. Set the edge.
And we are starting the second quarter with Tyrod Taylor looking for 7.
Pass that turned into an interception. Taylor going down again. Ronnie Blair just activated off their practice squad this week with sack number 3 for the Jets.
Yeah, he's just going to come in here and hit the tackle, run right through him, get him off balance. Just a poor job of blocking and an excellent job of just bull rushing, making a man, forcing him to do what you want against his will.
Told you about the change on that offensive line today for Houston. Shaky start for them. Third ball. Pass is caught. That's the tight end, Jordan. Touchdown. Xavier Thomas all smiles after his first pick of the season, and Jordan doing the rest for Houston.
So the Texans' lowest scoring offense in the NFL. Texans only average 15 points a game, but they've got 7 at the start. Well, 6, waiting on the extra point at the start of the second quarter. Waiting on the announcement here. We think Alex Kemp will give Tennessee a touchdown.
Mike were able to chuck the red.
Well, sorry, we didn't see the announcement. And he shanks the extra point off the top of the upright. The echoes go throughout Gillette Stadium. Randy Bullock will not make it a 7-7 game. Bill Belichick's guys up 7-6 after the missed extra point, but we showed you that replay before they took the TV timeout. It was pretty clear that Akine had gone into the end zone for a touchdown without being touched. Here was a 3rd and 6 seconds ago for Tom Brady. Kind of a looping throw to Leonard Fournette. Ball goes on the ground. And yep, Indianapolis's defense trots off the field with another successful stop of the hopeful MVP. Colts 3, Buccaneers nothing. Still 3 minutes to go in the quarter. And in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow with it just into Pittsburgh territory. 2nd and 6, fake the handoff, flip it outside. Jamar Chase, hands, and then did you see the awareness? Knew that there was a blocker engaged with a defender, so did a 360 spin to get out the left side and go for a 12-yard pickup and a first down. Nice job by the rookie. Shortly after that, on 1st and 10, Joe Burrow, deep shot, jump ball. T. Higgins is there, and it's a 32-yard Cincinnati touchdown. Burrow is dealing against the Steelers D, and you know Joe Mixon and Higgins and the guys like to coordinate an end zone celebration when they can. How about it? Cincinnati with an opening quarter and a few seconds statement against the division opponent.
Deep route when the corner is that far off, but when you know you have a size advantage, put it up high where only your guy can get it, and Higgins battles for that ball and comes down with 6.
Burrow has a running touchdown, a 32-yard touchdown pass right there to Higgins.
We're going to see the extra point here to make it 17-3. And Cincinnati, again, we started the day by letting you know that the entire AFC North is over 500. Cleveland and Baltimore play on Sunday Night Football tonight, but this could be a separation game between the Bengals and the Steelers. Cincinnati going for the sweep. Well, one good turn deserves another. We had a punch-out a handful of drives ago by Darius Leonard of the Colts. Here's a punch-out by Mike Edwards of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The ball goes on the ground. Bucks recover. They're going to go down to celebrate in the end zone. Levante David is the man that comes out with the pigskin. Buccaneers set up in good field position here in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Here's one more look at it. Edwards, he didn't really punch at it, but the chopped tackle would do enough to knock it out of the receiver's hands. We're live here in the red zone.
To the 16-yard line. You know, I thought we were talking to Bruce Arians, and you asked him about Rob Gronkowski, what makes him so great. He said, what makes him so great, and this is perfect, you know, we'll have a play that doesn't work, it's busted, and nobody's open, and all of a sudden there's this big blank rumbling down the field, and we got 37 yards out of it. And that is so accurate, right?
It's so accurate. And when a quarterback and a receiver, in this case a tight end, have that sort of on-field rhythm, they have that time on task that they've spent together, sometimes you don't have to draw up the perfect play.
There is Fournette. Good cut and some space. First down for Tampa Bay. And so trying to take advantage of the turnover by Indianapolis, and that'll move the chains.
Back in the New England-Tennessee matchup, Mac Jones, been the best rookie quarterback of his draft class, clearly, and just so accurate, getting it down the field there. Jacoby Myers with a 22-yard catch. Chunk play for the Patriots. We'll keep you posted if they get into field goal range or the red zone. Back to Indy.
Those are run plays.
Blitz coming. Great. There is that dump off. Brate's got it. Inside the 10 and down to the 5, exactly as you were talking about.
Yeah, so there you go, right? So, Chris, Cameron Brate's right here. He's going to set, and he's going to block, and then he's going to be just a late delayed screen. He's going to let that guy pressure, give a target on first down. Those are
Let's double box the Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. Tom's current team versus Tom's old team, back and forth.
Is now in there for New England. Fake it. Jones. Toss it to Smith. Dives across the 10. It's always interesting when a storyline going into the week, John.
We're going to keep it right here in Foxborough. The Buccaneers let the clock expire at the first quarter there. They did not run a play. Tampa Bay will have a 2nd and 3 from the 5-yard line after the commercial break when they get to the second quarter.
The criticism that has come his way. Josh McDaniels, their offense coordinator, says, you got to understand, this is a foundational year for a new player here in our offense. He's coming along, and they're dealing with him right now and getting him the football.
Motion man Stevenson will shift to the backfield on 1st and goal. Give it. Stevenson. And hit around the midsection by Simmons. Stevenson to the 5. He picks up a couple.
And do you believe that this young quarterback is fully in control of this offense? Because that's what I'm seeing right now, right? Everything I'm seeing and how he's orchestrating, how he's calling out the coverages, how he's making sure the line blocking is taken care of. He made sure Ramondre Stevenson got to the right place in order to toss it to him. He may be a rookie, but he's operating like a seasoned veteran so far here in this season.
He's got command. That's the word that comes to mind. 2nd and goal. Stevenson slams it in there. And a whistle will stop play.
In between plays, let's get a red alert here. Catch you up on some other action going around the league. 3-0 is the Giants' lead as Graham Gano tries to make it 6-0. 51-yard field goal. It goes wide right. No good from 51. But Giants defense doing a good work against Philadelphia. 3-0 G-Men with the lead. Trevor Lawrence into Atlanta territory. The number 1 overall pick steps up in the pocket, releases it into double coverage, overshoots his target, and it's an interception by Duron Harmon. Duron Harmon picks off Trevor Lawrence. He's had a struggle so far in his rookie year. Cam Newton, certainly not a rookie, but he throws an interception. Javon Holland, number 8, the rookie out of Oregon, comes up with this. That's his 2nd career interception. Cam is just 2 of 6 passing the football with 1 INT. All right, you're caught up. Here comes 3rd and goal live.
Translator ever. It goes from Mack to Andrews to the rest of the offensive line. 3rd and goal. Jones offline. Looking to hit Hunter Henry. He was well covered back there by Monty Hooker. And the field goal unit comes on for New England.
That's a big stop there for the Tennessee Titans. One of the things they needed to improve on coming off of last year. Getting off the field on 3rd downs, being better in the red zone. They put a great emphasis on it.
So the Atlanta Falcons offense, all those times without a touchdown. You know what else they didn't have? They did not have a run over 20 yards this year. Prior to that, Cordero Patterson goes for 27 yards. Would you believe the longest run of the year for any Atlanta Falcon was 18 yards? Prior to that one you just saw there, Cordero goes for 27.
15-year veteran. Amazing the different chapters he's had in his NFL career. And kicking at an extremely high level right now for the Patriots to add to the lead.
So there you go. The lead goes 10-6 for New England. We did miss one play here in the Bucs drive. Here's 3rd and 1 live.
10 touchdowns for him. Tied for 1st in the league. Instead, they give it to Fournette right up the gut. And he surges a 2nd effort. I think got it for him. kind of force his way through TJ Carey, and that should be a 1st and goal.
Yep. Now you have your whole new set of downs, and you have your entire red zone package at your disposal. Let's see here. Initially, it looked like they had stopped him. I think his second effort.
Right there, for sure.
They clearly got it. Really nice effort there by Fournette. But as I was saying, now you find yourself 1st and goal, fresh set of downs on the 2. You can run it. On 1st down, you can go hard play action. You have your entire playbook.
That Brady's going to run it forward, and he is going to be just short. 1 rushing touchdown of the year. And there's a penalty flag as well.
They're going to call, I think they're going to say targeting. I think someone hit Brady in the side of the head. Is at least where the flag. Get another look at it, but in real time, it looked like when Brady came out of the side, maybe a late hit.
It's a late hit, yeah. Targeting, same idea. That's in college, but I know what you mean. Like that's, and the play's over, and Sendejo came in there.
There's fouls by each team on the play. Illegal shift, offense. By rule, that penalty is discarded. We have a personal foul. Defense number 42. After distance penalty, automatic 1st down.
Get you right back to the Tampa Bay 1st and goal again after we show you 3rd and 10. Jalen Hurts. Pressure comes from the outside. Hurts dumps it to Dallas Goedert. Good job even to get it to his tight end, but the ball goes incomplete. The Giants defense has forced a 3-and-out, an interception, and a 3-and-out. That's all of the Eagles' possessions so far in the 1st half.
Hand it off. Fournette walks in for the touchdown. And the Bucs capitalize on the turnover.
Watch the defensive line here. They late shift, and they open up this entire lane. Take a look. See the late shift? Now it makes it really easy for the left tackle, Donovan Smith, to reach his guy, and that's the off-tackle run. And we mentioned that D-line.
This is a 3rd and 6 for Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. Ben checks the play at the line, takes the shotgun snap, stands, fires, and woo, how about that catch? And Anthony Miller didn't get the 1st down, but that's probably about as nice of a non-3rd down conversion as we'll see all year. Wait. Yoink! Let's hear it for glove technology. Well done, Anthony Miller, but he was not able to hit the brakes and get more yards for the 1st down. Pittsburgh on 4th down has already punted. It's down to the 16-yard line. Joe Burrow and the guys will take over there. All right, no one in the red zone. We'll look a play or two for the Texans.
Working from the gun. There's a flag. Whistles that play dead. Here's Cleve Blakeman.
False start. Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It's actually the first penalty against Houston. It's on Jordan.
Yeah, he's just right in the front there. You can see him move early.
Jordan had the touchdown catch earlier to give the Texans the lead. A much different circumstance after the penalty. 3rd and 11. Knocks him back behind the 40-yard line.
Taylor plays the ball over to the end zone. Cooks, touchdown. Incredible catch.
We'll check the flag. Looked like there may have been a defensive contact there, and Cooks, incredible concentration. If it stands, it's a 40-yard touchdown.
Defense, number 37. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Brandon Cooks with a magnificent catch.
I thought Brandon Cooks might have a big day. A couple weeks ago, we did Buffalo, and they had no answer for Diggs. And you see Cooks when he gets singled up and the safety can't come over and help. Jets were in a cover 2 look to show that they tried to switch after the snap. Got caught in the switch, and big touchdown to Cooks.
Flag on Bryce Hall, of course, was negated. Hall has been terrific for the Jets. One of their better defensive players in the back end. Boy, he was with him step for step
Good little job of, made a little push off by Cooks, but he got away with it. Professional wide receivering. Professional running backing would be Saquon Barkley. Has not burst out yet since coming back from the ankle injury. That's his best run since returning from the injury. 32 yards on that pickup. He only had 25 total yards last week in his return. Cam Newton throwing from the shadow of his own end zone, throwing from his own end zone, and he turns it over. Xavier Howard, pick off an instant red zone. In fact, 1st and goal for the Miami Dolphins. Let's go live down to South Florida. 7-7 between the Panthers and the Dolphins. Miami ran a first down play just a moment ago. Didn't get much. Here comes 2nd and goal from about the 9-yard line.
No turnovers. Today he's got 2 interceptions here in the first half. We all know that stat, whoever wins the turnover ratio. So I'm excited to see how he works his way out of this poor start here this afternoon against Miami.
Well, how he responds. Surprised that they're throwing as much as they are early, Carolina, but Miami's made them pay. Miles Gaskin knocked down right away. Dolphins can't seem to get the running game going.
Well, this is the side of the football for Carolina that needs to lift up this team, and that's why it was disappointing for Matt Rule last week against the Washington football team. They did not play well. This defense is rebuilt. You know, that was his focus when he got the head coaching job. They're still working on the offensive side of the ball, but can this defense stand up and hold the Miami Dolphins to a field goal attempt?
Yeah, Matt Rule upset the way the Washington football team ran all over the Panthers and really controlled the game, took the game away from Carolina. 3rd and goal. Tua fires in the end zone. Catch at the goal line. Jalen Waddle has a Dolphin touchdown. What a throw from Tua Tagovailoa. And Waddle held on.
Wait a minute. Is he doing like an Emperor Penguin Waddle as his celebration? Is that what that is? It looked like it to me. Either way, good times for Miami. Turnover, and a couple plays later, touchdown.
So he can just catch the ball and get the touchdown. But again, good timing with this route. You can see it doesn't give Dante Jackson the time to close on that. So between Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Waddle, that was really well executed again. We saw one on the opening series between those two, and there's another one.
Sanders keeps his extra point string going. 68 consecutive. Another interception. This time Miami cashes in, and Dolphin fans hope they see this combination for a long time.
Offense, defense, special teams for Miami, all contributing to their 14-7 lead. This is a 3rd and 10. Matt Ryan goes underneath and leaping in the air, but getting tapped down to the ground shy of the sticks is Russell Gage. He pops back up and he's okay. Good to see, but Falcons are going to have to settle for a field goal attempt. We'll show you that in a moment. How about the other MVP candidate in this game? We started off by talking about Jonathan Taylor. He's been a little quiet so far, fighting for yards here. Picks up 8 yards on the swing pass. He's only got 7 yards rushing and then 12 yards receiving. He has a string of 8 straight games with 100 or more scrimmage yards and a rushing touchdown. Tied all time with the best streak in a single season with LaDainian Tomlinson. Let's pick it up live here.
Say you got to go be the man.
On the fake. Wentz with time, loading up, going deep, has a man, for the touchdown! Doolin's got it! His first NFL touchdown is a 62-yard bomb!
Ashton Doolin, they show press and they bail. He just nods out, and then he takes a big post. This ball needs to be caught, Kev, on the near side hash. Carson Wentz dropped it in the bucket. Exactly how you draw it up. He doesn't break stride. He couldn't have walked that ball out and put it in a better spot. It's a big-time answer following the Bucs touchdown.
Carson Wentz with the lightning strike, and Colts jump out to the lead. Right up the middle, Cordero Patterson has his second touchdown of the day. So we told you the Atlanta Falcons went 27 straight possessions without a touchdown. We told you Cordero Patterson was questionable to even play today, and he's got 2 first-half rushing touchdowns. He's supposedly a wide receiver, but whatever, he's in the end zone. Wow.
Boom. What a stud. Doing the dirty work inside, clearing the path. Offensive linemen, double teams across the board, no pullers, just an easy duo play up front. And what a critical error on 4th down on that field goal that led to a touchdown.
Now instead of a field goal, Younghoe Koo tacks on the extra point. Penalty.
So let's go game rewind. I told you they were going to have to settle for a field goal. Well, they did try and kick a field goal, but we had a leaping penalty. Haven't seen one of those in the NFL in a little while. One of the blockers comes over the top. You figure Urban Meyer is such a stickler for special teams play that they would know better than that. That's an easy call. They call it unsportsmanlike conduct. You're not allowed to leap over the pile like that and make contact on an extra point or a field goal. Jags make the mental error, gave Atlanta the first down. Cordero cashes in with the touchdown. 14-0 Atlanta in Jacksonville. Let's come back live to the 2-touchdown lead here in Cincinnati.
Last week, the Steelers gave up the most points in a game in more than 3 years. They gave up 533 yardage to the Chargers. It's 1st and 10. Burrow is 10 of 11. Here is the draw play handoff. Mixon charging downfield. And he's to the 21. Before hit again by Schobert. Again, the leading tackler on this team. A starter each game. It's a gain of 9. And put him downfield at the 21. The Verizon halftime report. You've been hearing those voices. There they all are. Getting ready right now in our CBS studios in New York. The Verizon halftime report with scores, news, headlines, and highlights. Coming up next here on CBS. 2nd down 1. Mixon's got 94 yards on the ground already. 11th play of the Cincinnati drive. Mixon cutting, and Schobert got him up high, and he tumbles for nothing on the play. He was downed at the 21-yard line. So Mixon, who last week against the Las Vegas Raiders rattled his way for 123, is at 94 right now, Trent.
Yeah, I tell you what Cincinnati's been able to do offensively throughout this whole game, and evidently it extends back to last week when you look at the consecutive drives they've been able to get done, is just keep the defense off balance and attack the weaknesses. If you catch them in man, if you catch them in zone, check it at the line of scrimmage as Burrow gets up to the line quickly.
Extra lineman Prince on the right side. 3rd down and 1, 6.5-minute drive. And there's a block by Uzama, and he's as slippery as a raindrop, isn't he? Down to the 12. Mixon with a nice move. Breaking tackles, picks up 8, flag on the play.
Personal foul. Low block. Defense number 42. Half the length of the goal. Automatic first down.
This defense of Pittsburgh, and that's on Pierre.
Checking back in on the Carolina offense, working in their own territory, 3rd and 12. Cam had the interception on the last possession. Cam takes a deep shot here. Whoa, loaded up the arm, and he still got this arm strength, but Robbie Anderson was 5 yards away from that football, and that'll be a Carolina punt to the Dolphins.
You can't go low. That was a technique that a lot of defensive backs have used when you get those linemen out in space. You're just trying to create a pile. But the rules committee added that, trying to protect the offensive lineman's legs.
The Bengals have scored on 8 consecutive possessions. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. The pitch out. It's Mixon leading the block. Williams on the pylon, and that is 6 for Cincinnati.
Mixon, quick toss to the outside. Jonah Williams getting out in space. Let's see if he's able to get there. That elbow's down. They're going to have to review it, but where's the ball when that elbow makes contact with the ground?
Mixon has only had in 7 career games against Pittsburgh, and I think he's down.
Yeah,
it's going to be short.
They're going to review it. They may put it at like the 1 foot, 2 foot mark.
I think the elbow was down before the ball hit the plane with the hit right there by Sutton.
Where the ball is when the elbow hits. He's fine there, but when that elbow makes contact.
Right there.
After review, the runner is short of the line to gain.
Okay.
It'll be second down at the half-yard line.
Well, and that's where they use a combination. You don't have a clean look at it, but you use a combination of angles. That's what New York is looking at.
Before we get to the next play, Joe Mixon's got to put his helmet back on, but Tom Brady and the Buccaneers down 10-7 after the deep shot touchdown by Carson Wentz. Brady says, how about a deep shot of my own? Colts say, sure, go ahead and try it. We got Isaiah Rodgers back there. Interception, Isaiah Rodgers against Tom Brady, who is 9 of 15, 57 yards, and that INT. The highest scoring team in the league. Bucs go for about 32 points per game, just 7 on the board against the Colts D. Mixon didn't get the touchdown initially. I think he did right here. Touchdown, Bengals. Look at Cincinnati.
Number 6. And the Bengals increase their lead to 23-3 over the Steelers.
It looks like Schobert's able to get some penetration into the backfield and gets him around the legs. But Mixon just too strong as he gets it into the end zone.
Mixon, when they played in September in Pittsburgh, had 90 on the ground and 18 carries for the Cincinnati Bengals. Through with that 16-yard pass to Higgins on 3rd and 12. That kept the drive alive. It was a key play on the drive. 24-3, McPherson nails another one.
Checking back in and Foxborough, Mac Jones, second in the league, not among rookies, among all quarterbacks with completion percentage. And he loads up here for a deep shot. Oh, nice adjustment. Jacoby Myers. A couple of deep shots to Myers have yielded good results. Mac Jones hits him there, 38 yards on that completion. Mac Jones, 8 of 10, 136 and a touchdown. Patriots on the move just outside the red zone.
On that field, I'd be fighting for PI. But as a neutral spectator, I just don't love it, right? You're bailing out the offense for a bad throw. He's got no chance of competing this. He gets hit. That ball's thrown 4 or 5 yards short. I don't love it.
Interference. Defense number 42. The ball was placed on spot and foul. Automatic first down.
It's honestly kind of becoming an epidemic. You saw it in the Cowboys-Raiders game on Thanksgiving, right? And essentially, that led the Raiders to win the game on that penalty on Anthony Brown.
It almost feels like if it's man coverage and the defender's back's turned, you almost don't want to throw a good ball. You want to throw it underneath, tell your receiver to come back down to the ball. Just don't love bailing out the offense.
Both running backs in together. That's Hines, who goes out as a receiver, number 21. Wentz gets it out. Pascal, who fumbled earlier, but this just drew that pass interference penalty. Gets just 2 yards.
Watch him navigate.
We'll keep an eye on the Colts for you, but we've got Miami back into the red zone. Tua, and we're going to show you his receiver. You're going to see him on the slow-mo here, but it's the rookie, Jalen Waddle. We'll try and show you this play, but you see the catch and run. It was a big one for the Dolphins, and Waddle feeling it today in the first half.
What has been expected, he has delivered.
I ask all coaches all the time. I just don't understand the wild call. There we go. Thank you, Tua.
All right, he's back. Gaskin was standing there. They fake to him. Tua throws, end zone, and on a rebound. Was that incomplete? Great effort on the rebound by Durham Smythe. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Really heads-up play by Durham Smythe. Let's see how close he was to getting that. Just missed it.
The initial target was Mac Hollins. Fans here seeing it on the big screen. 3rd and yard. 5 will get him a touchdown. It's already 14-7 Dolphins. Tua has it. slides, got the first down, didn't want to chance anything more.
Smart play. Hey, you just said, hey, we got...
Interesting move by Tua, 1st and goal. Good job there. Thought he may have been able to dive forward and get a touchdown, but he knows better than me. He's protecting himself. 1st and goal, Dolphins. And we're going to double in the New England offense here. Patriots have a 3rd and 8 from the 24-yard line.
Last week was a little odd because of the short week.
Yeah, the Thursday threw him a little bit, but he'll adjust. He'll play plenty more of those as time goes on.
Dime package. We'll keep it in the double box. A snap to Myles Gaskin in a Wildcat formation. Gaskin dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. While the Patriots are going to be tackled short of the sticks, it's going to be 4th down New England. We'll review the Gaskin touchdown here. He was going down as he lunged with the football towards the goal line. This might be a close replay. Ruling on the field is a Dolphins score.
We'll take a closer look.
Nice job by Robert Hunt climbing up to that second level. He forces Jermaine Carter to run underneath, and that prevents him from being able.
Part of the improvement on defense has been the maturity of guys like Fulton and Simmons and David Long, who was inactive today. 37-yard attempt. He connects for the Patriots and gives New England a 13-6 lead with 3:04 remaining in the first half. Coming back to Foxborough.
By the way, the extra point is already up and good. Miami, if they reviewed the Gaskin touchdown, it didn't take very long. Miami 21, Carolina 7. 3rd and short here, and Jonathan Taylor is stopped. We got 4th and inches, and the offense is on the field in Indy.
It's a quarterback sneak to Wentz, who surges forward behind that drive from the line. I think Taylor gave him a little push, too, when it moves the chain.
Yeah, so his special play design for that situation was just quarterback sneak. It's like I mentioned.
Watch Taylor at the end. Give him a little shove.
He was close to not getting, but he got a nice push from behind there. That offensive line did a nice job. It's not easy digging those guys out, but give him credit. I think it's the right call. I think you have to match. You have to expect at some point Tampa's offense is going to find their rhythm in the passing game. Can't afford to kick field goals.
On 1st down, Wentz rolling, looking for the touchdown. Jack Doyle.
All tight ends doing our games, KBs catch touchdowns. But watch this play design. So he's going to carry, but then he's got to stop because he sees the flat defender. See, that's the high-low that he causes when Ali Cox comes into the flat.
Great job there by the Colts. They extend their lead, waiting for the extra point there. This was the Jalen Waddle play. So you've got Tua to Waddle in space. Look at the Jets. That's why he's a top 10 pick, ladies and gentlemen. 57 yards on that catch and run that led to the Dolphins touchdown. How about Jalen Waddle's first half? 5 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Joe Mixon's in triple digits right now for the Cincinnati Bengals, who are putting up an impressive first half performance against Pittsburgh. Impressive first half performance for Jalen Waddle in triple digits as well. Do we have that play from the Jets, guys? Yeah, here we go. So Zach Wilson, they want to protect the franchise quarterback here, the number 2 overall pick in the draft. He stands in the pocket, and, well, yeah, I think what we saw there was a face mask, but not only that, pulled the whole thing off. Big fella, got to let go. Well, yeah, no raising your hands at that point. We saw you. And Wilson was going to try and complete the play, of course, after the Jason Witten catch and run without his helmet. The NFL, what was that, 5-10 years ago by now, the NFL changed that rule. The play is immediately blown dead when a player's helmet gets ripped off. So Zach Wilson looks like he's okay. Certainly was a 15-yard personal foul. Ooh, we got a catch right there. Marvin Jones. Special looking catch. 21 yards on the diving catch. Give me a replay of this. As Marvin Jones, one-handed, We've seen some nice catches, whether it's one-handed grabs. Ooh, that ball move? No, they gave him credit for it. And let's go to Jalen Hurts here, as here comes that Eagles running game we were bragging about at the beginning of the show. They've gone 2 straight games with 200 or more rushing yards as a team. Giants have done a great job bottling up the running backs and the quarterbacks to this drive, but Hurts gets 18 yards on the first pickup and an 18-yard gain on the second one. So Eagles finally putting together a decent drive. 53 seconds remaining in the first half. That's in a commercial break. Giants-Eagles is in a commercial break. You're not missing anything there. We're out of a commercial break here in the Tennessee-New England game, with Tennessee just taking over the ball. 2.5 minutes remaining.
Found its footing, guys, at 6-5, 2 games behind in the division. Flea flicker. Tannehill looking for the big play. And hooks up downfield. Westbrook-Akina. A complaint about a push-off. Miles Bryant just indicated to the officials that he got.
So you see Tennessee, nice flea flicker for a chunk play on that one. Not red zone just yet for New England. We've got the Jets in the red zone, but that game's at the 2-minute warning. And we've got the Jags in the red zone. That game has less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half, but the Jags are in a commercial break as well.
And we'll hit the 2-minute warning. There was a jump, but it was after 2 minutes flashed on the clock.
This is the 2-minute warning. Timeout.
Let's go to Jacksonville, the only active game at the moment in the red zone. Jags looking for their first points of the afternoon.
Go for it again and bring the house.
Falcons called timeout a moment ago. They have 2 remaining. Here comes pressure. Lawrence throws, and it's off the hands of Dare Ogunbowale. If he makes the catch, he's probably in for 6.
Well, he's got a free runner coming off the edge. You see Copeland, 51, right in his lap. And Trevor ditches this ball just a smidge early. He kind of catches the halfback off guard.
First time we've seen Ogunbowale in the game, and he can't make the play. He sits down Carlos Hyde back in. Still haven't seen James Robinson since the fumble. 3rd and goal at the 11. Lawrence facing a 4-man rush. He'll step up, throws on the run. Caught at the 5-yard line, but cannot get in. Laquan Treadwell stopped at the 4, and a decision for Urban Meyer. It's 4th and goal at the 4. Down 2 scores. You get the football to start the second half. What do you do here?
I mean, there's nothing to lose really going for it, right? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You give the ball up here and obviously give it to Matt Ryan with a long field, but there's nothing to lose. In my opinion, you play these situations out and get your players, most importantly, number 16, your future franchise quarterback, a chance to convert on 4th down.
The Eagles are about 35 seconds remaining, and Philadelphia has run it into field goal range. Boston Scott just had a nice little gain off left tackle. And Jalen Hurts, they're not using a timeout here. They're going to let the clock run with 24 and counting.
Now a toss. Hurts looking end zone. Little short of it, but it's caught by Jalen Reagor. A 21-yard connection, one of the longest catches Reagor has had this year.
He just does a little double move right here. Watch him stutter, go. DB doesn't bite. That's Darnay Holmes, but you just come back to the football, underthrow it on purpose by poor Jalen Reagor right there, but underthrow it on purpose. Good job coming back to the football.
Reagor trying to step up. It's only his 7th catch in the last 7 games. Run the kicker out onto the field. So after the timeout, I don't disagree with you though, Mark.
I mean,
2 and 8.
I get it. Yeah, percentage-wise, maybe it's not the best with all the numbers. Obviously, the crowd doesn't love it. But I was going to say, just give him an answer. You've already seen all-out pressure twice. Then you saw coverage by Atlanta. I would give him an answer for all-out pressure, but have something maybe with Trevor on the move so it's built in. Just give him an opportunity.
22-yard field goal try for Matthew Wright. And now the Jaguars on the board.
All right, Jags are on the board. That means the Eagles are the only team being shut out in the first half so far. Jets, a goal to go.
We need a touchdown, and they are in. Walter. Austin Walter coming out of nowhere for the Jets. Their number 3 running back today.
Trying to break their scoring drought.
Hurts throws to the end zone and incomplete. Trying to find Greg Ward.
Giving him the single and then a nice down block. Walter punching it in.
2-yard sprint right option. Just get your quarterback outside there. Run the little flat routes right here. Run off on the outside. The underneath route to Ward. You got to catch that one. Come on, you had it. You had it. That play's been running the offense since, or in every offense since. As a Bill Walsh to put in sprint right option. Everybody runs their version of that. Run game, you still have the timeout here. The run game is still an option for you if you want to do that as they empty the backfield.
Yep, Hurts trying to run it up the middle. And Lorenzo Carter may have been the one to save the touchdown. Back for the first time since week 7 when he had the ankle injury. He's been involved early. Again, as you mentioned, the Eagles had that timeout with which to work.
Well, he's just going to knife right through. He undercuts the tight ends. He's going to come right down through here and just watch him flatten, jump off, and splits the 2 tight ends on the edge of the line of scrimmage. You should have that block, but really nice job by Carter understanding.
The Jets are lining up to go for 2 here to try and make it 14-11.
So Michael Floyd, the Jets offensive coordinator, calling the plays from upstairs. 3rd straight week. As Josh Johnson now has come on for the Jets at quarterback. Johnson that mobility, faking the handoff, and he is going to waltz it in. What a play for the Jets.
Now the Giants, after getting a look at the formation, will take one of their 2 timeouts.
Timeout. New York. That's their 2nd of the half.
Of course, you saw a historic win for Michigan. First time that they'll be in the Big Ten championship game after the win over Ohio State yesterday, after Minnesota beat Wisconsin.
We'll get an update in just a second on a couple of other games coming right down to the first half, end of the first half. Tennessee puts it on the ground. They had run it into the edge of field goal range, but on the ground the ball goes, and New England comes away with it. The New England defense so opportunistic on turnovers this year. Mac Jones is going to get a 2-minute drill before the half.
Here's Hurts. Nothing downfield. Being chased. Throws end zone and it's intercepted. Tay Crowder picked it. It was punched out by Devontae Smith, and the Giants shut out the Eagles in the first half.
That is the story of the first half there in East Rutherford. Nick Sirianni's Giants or Eagles getting shut out by the Giants 3-0. One more look at it. What was Jalen thinking? You had a guaranteed field goal if you just throw it away, but he throws the red zone interception and he knows it. He's been playing so well, but a 3-0 hole in that NFC East matchup for Hurts and the Eagles. Let's go to Cincinnati here. We have 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Whoa. TJ Watt and Joe Burrow. What are we doing, guys? It's the end of a holiday weekend. My goodness. Okay, so it was, you know what that was? TJ Watt was going toe-to-toe with Burrow because Burrow threw an interception, and so Watt was becoming a blocker. He was like, hey, I'm just trying to go for a pancake. What do you want? I'm a Watt. That's what we do. Well, Burrow shaking his head. The Bengals were threatening to blow out the Steelers in the first half, getting it into scoring range with a minute remaining. But on 2nd and 20, maybe getting a little touch greedy was Burrow. Throws it up, and Minkah Fitzpatrick will pick him off. So, surprise, surprise, the Steelers get Minkah Fitzpatrick and T.J. Watt back in the lineup after having both been out with various circumstances. Watt and Burrow get tangled. Here's the ISO replay. replay. So Watt looking for a block. He'll grab himself the quarterback here. Burrow most likely not interested in making a tackle should the play come to him. But Watt gives him a little extra business at the end. And we wanted to show that to you. So Zach Taylor wants to have his defense stiffen here before the first half ends.
And 3 timeouts from the 21. Roethlisberger with the time. That's intercepted. Here goes a terrific Hilton pick, and that is 6. A pick 6 thrown by Ben Roethlisberger to his former teammate, Mike Hilton. Holy Toledo!
What a change of events, Kevin. Mike Hilton, as you mentioned, the former Steeler. Washington is on an out route. Hilton sits on it, and he undercuts it. As you can see, Roethlisberger's not able to step into it because he had a lineman shoved right back into his lap. So he's getting hit as he's throwing, which causes the ball to float. Hilton takes advantage of it, undercuts it, and takes it to the house.
Last time, Cincinnati had a defensive touchdown with the extra point by McPherson.
How about Cincinnati? 2009 was the last time the Bengals swept the Steelers, but they look like they're on their way in the first half today.
Brady to throw it. Gets it out to Fournette, who walks in for the touchdown. His second one today.
Well, we gave credit to Frank Reich on the last touchdown. Watch this play design. They send in motion. That's the man tell. And then watch the releases here by Brait and Gronkowski. They cause a rub. They know it's man. Okereke has to come from the inside out, and watch the interference. There's one guy who's getting that ball in man, and it's Leonard Fournette, who you talked about right before the 2-minute warning. What he can do both run and pass. Great play design. Byron left.
Do a little game rewind as Tom Brady finished off the drive with a short touchdown pass. Here was a play on 1st and 10 that helped get him to the red zone. Gronk, Brady, like so many plays and so many years and seasons prior, the Hall of Fame quarterback to the Hall of Fame tight end, 26 yards on that catch and run for Gronk. And Brady is now 15 of 21, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and more importantly for the Bucs, a 1-score game there in Indy, 17-14. New England took the Tennessee fumble and got it into field goal range. Nick Folk has been trusty so far this year, splits the sticks from 44 yards away. Patriots add to their lead 16-6 with 52 seconds remaining. 24 seconds and counting remaining with Atlanta as Matt Ryan gets picked off going for Kyle Pitts, and the Jags would not cash in on it, but we showed you that the Falcons didn't get any more points. We go into the halftime locker room there, 14-3 Atlanta over Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Final 52 seconds here with which to work for Ryan Tannehill.
I think they want to see if they can get something and get a little more space and then challenge them then.
2nd and 3. Tannehill nearly picked off. Van Noy got his paw on it.
Plays like that may change your thinking.
Dietrich Wise with the heat on Tannehill.
I think Tannehill's been very good throughout this first half, not having the normal guys that he needs. I thought he's played very, very well, but Wise applying the pressure, as you noted, from the backside. And Van Noy, the second time this game, he's got his mitts up in the passing lane. Had to pick 6 last week. Almost came down with an interception there.
Patriots came in with 28 sacks on the season, 7th in the NFL. Chicago, the league leader with 32. 3rd and 3. Running play. Hilliard, big gain, and Hilliard's got speed. He could go. Dontrell Hilliard all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. 68 yards from the practice squad to the big time.
Go back to the question you asked, how aggressive do you think they will be? And I said, well, they want to get a little more room, and then Van Noy almost comes up with the interception. So they decide to go safe and go with the draw, And that turns out to be the explosive play. New England still playing for the pass. Hilliard finds the space and then flashes that speed from Tulane to the Tennessee Titans. Big 6.
Extra point. This one is down the middle. No questions asked. Nowhere near the post.
Yeah, Dontrell Hilliard. Who knew? You know, they waived Adrian Peterson just about 5 days ago. Did the Titans getting the backup running back to house that one? Oh, Cam Newton is having a struggle in the first half passing the football. Incomplete there. 3 of 15 is Cam Newton. Cam Newton's first half passer rating is 10. And the Panthers are down by a couple of touchdowns. Well, the Cincinnati Bengals are just making a statement in their division here today. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 3 points on the board. We've just gone to the halftime locker room. They end it with a sack, 31-3. Bengals all over Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. Carson Wentz with a couple of minutes here. This game has the most time remaining to go in the first half. 4 or 5 of the games in the early window here have already gone to the half. Carson Wentz, though, gets dropped by Ndamukong Suh on the sack, and the timeout is called with 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining.
Bucs did call their first timeout. After that sack, they're thinking, okay, they can get the ball back here. Told you about Devin White. Pam said, you know, remember, he came in with an injury on the quad, but suffered a hip injury earlier, and doesn't look like he's anywhere close to coming back in the game, which is a big blow. And again, to Dean, their nickel back, who's been starting with all the injuries in the secondary, out too.
You got to imagine here, right? 2nd and 15. Tampa still has 2 timeouts. You're thinking an easy, high percentage completion, make the clock keep running, screen draw. Be careful, throwing incomplete here. Put yourself in the spot where you're going to give the ball back.
With a stun up the middle. Try on show Yinka coming. Wentz letting it go deep again for Pascal. Incomplete. Well, Edwards had terrific coverage. It'll bring him a 3rd and long, and there's that incomplete you talked about.
Yeah, it's great. Check out this on the game rewind. Vita Vea lost a tooth. Oh, no. Oh, his helmet had gotten pushed up during the play. Well, Vita can laugh at it at least, but, yeah. I mean, we're just getting through Thanksgiving, and all he wants for Christmas is, well, one of those 2 front teeth back. Vita Vea, tough guy.
High percentage in the NFL. Tampa can call timeout if you fail and still maintain one when they take over possession.
Blitz coming. Wentz scrambles away from pressure. Suh in pursuit. Wentz can pick this up. Racing towards the first down. He's got it. I think. Looks like he does, and he will. Carson Wentz using the legs to pick up 16.
Well, he bailed out the time management, so credit to them. He's going to see a huge void here to the right. Shaq Barrett falls down. Suh just doesn't have enough juice to catch him.
Great effort by Wentz. We're going to put that in the triple box, upper left-hand corner. There's only 3 games with time remaining in the first half. Still plenty of time for the Colts to work. Bottom of the screen, the Mac Jones-led New England offense is nearly in field goal range. Upper right-hand corner, Tua Tagovailoa. Nice catch right there. The Dolphins might burn their last time out. 16 seconds remaining, and they did. Okay, Colts don't get anything on their play. 16 seconds, and Tua and the Dolphins are going to get a field goal shot, maybe better, before the half ends in South Florida. And here, it's a defensive timeout. Mike Vrabel calls the timeout with 15 seconds remaining.
In between those 2 defenders right there. I don't know if he goes all the way.
I'd like Jonathan Taylor to be on the field.
Blitz coming. Delayed bits. Wentz, it's picked up. Throws completion. Pittman. First down for the Colts. Hines had a great blitz pickup there to make that play.
Hines had a great pickup. Watch him come and just stuff Minter in the A-gap. Bang. That's all it takes, right? Playing running back in the NFL is not always catching the ball and being handed.
Give him a lot of credit for that. Stephen Gostkowski, the all-time leading scorer in Patriots history, is in attendance here today. Jones, throw it to the sideline. Well done. Kendrick Bourne.
Pass is caught by Waddle, who gets out of bounds.
Pacers are playing a little bit. Carson's right. 1st and 10. Let's see what this play is.
Wentz floating one, going for Mo Alley. Cox incomplete. He had a cornerback in Murphy Bunting who was all over him.
Or the opportunity to Henry that should have been a score. And they had to settle for a field goal. Second down and 3. Jones moving pocket. Jones will toss it.
Here, any kind of distance before the half is worth a shot.
Oh, boy.
This may be a difficult thing to do as Tua can't come up with it. And without any timeouts, the Panthers have it. Frankie Louvu, the pitch. And this will come to an end as the half comes to an end. And
yeah, Matt Rule's yelling 1 second. That's going to be close. They're going to have to review it. He went down right as the clock was going from 1 to 0. But if they get it, they're going to get a field goal attempt. Tua Tagovailoa with a bad shotgun snap. Oh, the Dolphins turn it over, and Carolina might get a huge break. We put it in the triple box here because all of these games
came back into reestablish.
Oh, so penalty flag, incomplete pass for Belichick's offense there. The receiver, you may have heard Alex Kemp announce it, but the receiver went out of bounds and didn't reestablish himself. And there's a foot out of bounds, and then he's the first one to touch it afterwards without getting back in. So looks like a good call there. Upper left-hand corner, 44 seconds remain, and Indianapolis still has all 3 timeouts, so they can take their time here.
10, Wentz going towards Doyle, who pulls it in.
Would match his season long. Cardona snaps it. Bailey holds it. 53-yarder on the way. Corkscrews. No good. With 2 seconds on the clock. And New England.
Murphy Bunting, if he stays deep on Pascal, the ball goes where you just saw it to Jack Doyle. Murphy Bunting jumps. He's going to try to throw it over his head to Pascal.
We'll try from 41 yards away. It's up there. It's out there. And through somehow.
Wentz, quick throw, incomplete, a little low. Pascal tried to pick it up and run before he had it. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. 36 seconds left, but all 3 timeouts, so really the time doesn't even matter. And a reminder coming up at halftime, Carissa, Michael and Reggie today with the guys in New York for Michael Strahan's number retirement, and we congratulate Michael on that. It's going to be an awesome ceremony in New Jersey. Actually, they just went to half, so that's about to happen. And then he'll fly into space after that.
What a week.
I know Nick Franklin's jealous.
What a week.
It's a busy week. Jersey retired, fly into space. Literally. Here's Wentz throwing it over the middle. Breaking tackles Hines inside the 5. It'll be short of a first down as he broke through the tackle of Minner, but they will use their first timeout with 29 seconds to go. Coming up here, make it a 3rd and 1. Excuse me. They can pick up the first. Wentz. Rolling. Looking. In trouble. Throwing. Oh, nearly caught. Pass going up to get it. And now. Do you have any thought of going for it on 4th and 1, or do you just take the 3?
Don't put anything past Frank Reich. We've seen him make some pretty courageous calls. They tried to roll out. They thought they had a chance to throw it to Kylan Grayson, number 83, the tight end, quick in the flat on the sprint. Just didn't like it, but hey, you want to beat the defending champ, you got to knock him out.
Yeah, they're going to go on 4th and 1 with no Jonathan Taylor. Still, interesting call.
Very interesting.
Maybe they won't go for it.
Quarterback sneak is open. Oh, man.
So they call a timeout, and clearly they were trying to get him off field. Look, I think it's obvious, Hines with his skill set, they use him in this type of offense, and he's good at it. But fans at home are thinking, wait a second, how is Jonathan Taylor not on the field? Can you explain it?
Well, I think they're listening in on the broadcast because Jonathan Taylor and about 3 other tight ends just went running into the game.
While we wait for the next snap there in Indy, Philadelphia and the Jets have just started the second half. Handed off the right side, and Miles Sanders had a 27-yard pickup. The Giants with a 3-0 lead against Philadelphia, but the Eagles with the first possession of the third quarter.
22 seconds left in the half. They go shotgun here. They're going to roll out Wentz. Looking end zone. Caught for the touchdown, T.Y. Hilton.
They went sprint out on 3rd down. Didn't convert. Frank Reich dials it right back in. Little different formation, little different look. And T.Y. Hilton, he's kind of taken over that number 2 role with the ascension of Pittman, but he signed back here. He could have signed with another team. You can always count on guys like him. His coach had a lot of faith coming to him in a critical situation, and he delivers.
Extra point is up and good. It's his first touchdown of the year. He only had 9 catches coming in. He's got 3 here today.
Let's go live now to MetLife Stadium, where they had a little ceremony at halftime that we'll try and show you in a bit. But here comes a 3rd and 2 for Jalen Hurts.
Of course, Dallas does have a victory over Philadelphia. That's the only divisional game the Eagles have played up until this week. 3rd and 2. Hurts protected, trying to find Gainwell, and he was defended by Julian Love.
See what they elect to do on 4th and 2, but it was Michael Strahan at the half getting his famous number 92 jersey retired by the New York Football Giants. 92. Big 9-2, the Super Bowl champion Michael Strahan, 7-time Pro Bowler, owner of the single-season sack record. Tom Coughlin, his old coach there, holding up the 92 as well. Well done. Of course, Strahan, one of the most famous faces in football these days by virtue of his television work. We wonder what they would do on 4th and 2. They got the offense still on the field.
From the gun on the slant, incomplete for Rager. Defended by the rookie Robinson. 3rd round pick out of UCF. In just his 4th NFL.
We are into third quarter action in Jacksonville. Jags trailing 14-3.
3rd down and 3. Falcons rush 5. Lawrence throws, and it's in and out of the hands of Marvin Jones Jr. He made a one-handed diving catch in the first half. Couldn't pull this in.
And he's going to run a little slant. He's going to get a little rub from his inside tight end right there. Terrell just makes a good play trying to break that thing up. One of Trevor's former teammates ended the drive for him.
Look to put it away. Avery Williams saying get away. It'll bounce out of bounds. Just shy of the 10-yard line and a timeout.
Wilson, when they spoke a couple of weeks ago.
Step away from that game and get you back to the Jets and Texans. Houston with a 3-point lead as we begin the third quarter.
I talked to him about his process, and he said he was blown away at how simple it was. You don't make it more complicated than it is. Really had an impact on him, and he just needs to play better and make the throws when they're available.
Play action, Wilson slinging it, and it is caught. Elijah Moore, first time those two have been able to connect on something of significance. It's a pickup of 22 for the Jets.
Well, I like this schemed route. Watch Elijah Moore press it like he's going deep and then break it off right in the zone. The safety's deep and a good throw from Zach Wilson. And that connection has to develop between Elijah Moore and Zach Wilson, especially without Corey Davis, who's down after getting hurt this week in practice.
Told you about Moore's numbers last week. $141 against Miami. Most by a Jets rookie in more than 30 years. Incredible. Johnson keeping those legs churning. See if this might be a hold as the marker thrown in the backfield.
Holding, offense, number 85. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
So speaking of Flacco and Mike White.
Well, Cincinnati just with a tour de force first half performance, but Pittsburgh begins the second half with the ball. Key 3rd and 7 coming up.
But if you keep that principle, then you're giving yourself opportunities. Or do you go more of a zone shell, try and keep everything in front of you and realize there may not be enough time?
Right now, 6 in the secondary for Cincinnati. It's a 3rd and 7 for Roethlisberger. With a block inside by Turner and a pass downfield caught. Rougier was there, and it's a grab and a good one by Deontay Johnson. Wow, what a catch. On 3rd and 7, a pickup of 15 and a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, first off, it's defensive pass interference. You can see Rougier has a handful of jersey on the back there. See the whole jersey
yes,
turning.
Does, yes.
And then Johnson doesn't have the ability to get that left arm up or hand on the ball. He makes a one-handed catch on the sideline, keeps both feet in bounds, and picks up a critical first down.
Deontay Johnson just this close to becoming a real star, emerging player in his 3rd year in the NFL.
Well, you can see the trust that he's built up with Ben Roethlisberger.
True, yes. 1st and 10. Slings one incomplete. Looking for Johnson. Rougier was there, the former high pick by the Dallas Cowboys, and signed. We know that Cincinnati has spent over $220 million the last 2 years in beefing up this defense, and it shows.
It really has.
Eagles got turned away on their opening possession of the second half. Come back with the Giants on offense. Daniel Jones out of an empty backfield finds his tight end, Evan Engram, just picks up the first down.
Trey Hendrickson over the last couple years, it's a good combination that they put together.
2nd down, 10. Here comes Hubbard. There goes Ben Washington across the middle. And he was handcuffed on the play by Hilton and limited to a gain of 3 just outside the 45 of Pittsburgh.
Well, because of some of the protection issues we talked about in the first half, we saw the pick 6 that Hilton had with the pocket getting collapsed back into Roethlisberger's feet. That takes away some of your ability to push it down the field. So what we've seen mostly are these short throws from Roethlisberger.
3rd down, 7.
Go, go, go!
And moves up. Oh, from behind and below. It's Hubbard around the ankles and trips him up, and it's a 2nd sack. Registered by the Cincinnati defense. He's back to the 42 and lost 4. And the punting unit takes the field for the Steelers.
Hubbard's to the outside, and he's going to stunt. So he's here. He comes up the field, and then he's going to come underneath. And watch as he gets to the legs of Ben Roethlisberger as he attempts to slide up in the pocket. Ben thinks he has a little bit of a gap where he's
Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. No answers so far against Cincinnati today. Pick up the Saquon Barkley and Giants drive here, just into Philadelphia territory.
Across the face of the defensive tackle.
That's the angle that Cox was trying to take. That's the only angle that could stop Barkley on that particular play.
Yeah, and you've got to be expecting it in a short yardage situation. You've got to expect those pinches. You got to, we call them pirate stunts. You've got to have a little bit better expectation of what's going to come.
Screen, Booker, first down, and more. inside the 30 of Philadelphia. Barnett tripped him up. It'll work down to the 20.
Haven't got a chance to do this very much this season. How about a Jets-Giants double box? Both teams on offense, and New York in scoring range in both of them. The Jets are in the red zone, Giants just outside.
Run for the Jets. Just elevated yesterday. Long setback. On the take here is Walter as he sneaks inside the 15-yard line.
Benefit could be your friend, could also hurt you. You used to always say, hey, live by the blitz, die by the blitz. We're going to gut you at some point, and that's one of those plays that got him.
Hand off here for Booker. A short gain. Pick up a couple yards. TJ
Wilson throwing it down the field to Elijah Moore, and then a lot of running, pounding this Houston front.
Injury update for Houston. Roy Lopez, one of their starters up front, questionable to return with a foot injury. So another starter may be lost defensively for them. 2nd and 5. Wilson feeling the pressure from the blind side, gets it to Coleman.
Even lower than last year. Last week against the Saints, they keyed them up at very good times. Jones has been able to beat the blitz a couple times today. There's some pressure. Jones stepping up, and he converts. Darius Slayton inside the 10. It's 1st and goal for the Giants.
Well, triple box in. Both New York teams and the Atlanta Falcons who have found the red zone. No gain right there for the running back for Atlanta. We'll go back and forth. New York, Atlanta.
See what the Jets have done on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 8. Wilson rolling left, probing, throwing, end zone, incomplete.
1st and goal. Design run. And Daniel Jones works his way down to the 6-yard line in the arms of Fletcher Cox.
They have played every night of the week. They know exactly who's getting the football. They won't allow it.
2nd and 9. Quick toss to Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus down near the 12-yard line.
Get it to him and weren't able to complete it.
Obviously, things getting a little bit compressed from the back of the end zone. 34-yard attempt by Amendola. You see the late flag. The kick is good. Amendola hit from 31 earlier.
Run it 6 times for 4.5 per today. Jones, one-on-one for Galladay, and it's broken up. That time Steven Nelson in coverage on Kenny Galladay.
3rd and 4 at the 12. Ryan with time, throws, caught, touchdown. Russell Gage, his 2nd of the year, and the Falcons up 20-3.
And just where the ball will be placed.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 90 for leverage. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. 1st down.
Massive call against Houston's defense.
When you saw this flag come in and you saw where it was thrown, you thought it might be an automatic 1st down for the Jets. We'll show it to you if we can.
To the end zone, looking for Ingram. The flag is thrown.
See how he tries to jump and he puts his hand down. If you make contact at all, that's leverage. I don't know what he was shaking his head about. I mean, that's what the call is. It's been that way for a while in the NFL. And you know, going into that situation every time, you cannot in any way put your hands on any of the offensive players if you're trying to jump over there.
So the flag on Blacklock turns out to be an 8-yard penalty. And what a change in circumstance. 1st and goal, Jets. Wilson sacks.
That's going to be offsides on the defense. This play is not going to count for Houston.
Okay, Clete Blakeman has to make an announcement, but Ron Torbert in the Giants game just called pass interference against the Eagles. A defensive offside. So Houston, come on, guys, pick it back up. Back-to-back plays and penalties there. Jets are going to get another half the distance to the goal penalty. So Jets and Giants, goal to go.
Now Matt Parrott has reported eligible.
You can't get it 2 weeks in a row where you get a fat guy touchdown. If that, I mean, my head will explode.
Jones looking into traffic. Waiting for a signal. Jones is throwing his arms in the air. It's ruled a touchdown.
Walter is the lone setback. Elijah Moore split out bottom of your picture. Wilson, a little RPO action, keeps it himself, lunges, touchdown. What an effort by Wilson as the Jets capitalize on the two big defensive penalties against Houston. Officials waiting to confirm it upstairs to see if the ball breaks the plane before the knee hits the turf. Certainly appears to be good from that vantage point.
Really good effort by Zach Wilson. Blacklock knows he made the big mistake on the leverage penalty. They would have been 3 points. It would have been a tie game. Instead, the Jets get a first down, and then Zach Wilson cashes it in with the 4-yard touchdown run.
So Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson, the respective franchise quarterbacks for Giants and Jets, both cashing in with 6 on those goal-to-go drives. Mac Jones is back in the red zone.
Shotgun for Jones. Hooks a pass. Nearly picked off. Dylan Cole. There was nobody, and I mean nobody, near him if he came away with the INT.
He ran the route with Jonnu Smith and was on the inside hip and then goes for the undercut. And if he catches it, he's off to the races. Remember, he's playing because of all the injuries that Tennessee has at linebacker. No Rashaan Evans, no David Long. Monty Rice got hurt earlier. Cole, who Mike Vrabel and defense coordinator Shane Bowen knew in Houston, has played well for them in recent weeks.
3rd and 10. Jones steps up. Jones on the move. Jones inside the 10. He will come up short of the first down. Buster screen got over there defensively.
Mac Jones got a little disoriented there. I think he gave first down. He was 2 yards short. Speaking of coming up short, 3rd and 1, Panthers get stuffed. Amir Abdullah may have lost a yard on that play, so it's 4th and short, and they bring out the punt team. On the punt formation, look at 34, the up man, Sean Chandler. He takes the direct snap, and the fake punt works. Matt Rule wants to kickstart the offense with a little special teams trickery, and that would eventually lead to a 3rd and 15 for Cam Newton. Check it down, and Chuba Hubbard's he's not gonna get there. No, that was Abdullah again. Excuse me, I misidentified there. Abdullah tackled short, and 4th down, they would end up punting, did Carolina. Nick Folk does his job again, and New England re-extends to a 6-point lead, 19-13, and holiday greetings exchanged by the two special teams units after the easy.
Nico Autry. And New England's got a 19-13 advantage on the
watch Fabian Moreau. This is
Let's
just
pick
like
up Jacksonville with a 3rd down coming up in just a moment. No one in the red zone as we speak.
It's just one straight line. But if you're a good receiver like Marvin Jones Jr., you put a little pastry on the top. Right? That little move he tried to give him, a little hot sauce at the top of the route. Unfortunately, Fabian Moreau knew it was coming and was all over.
So now 3rd and 8 for Jacksonville. Jaguars 4 for 8 today on 3rd down. Falcons rush 4. Lawrence checks it down. Tight end has it. It's O'Shaughnessy, and James O'Shaughnessy short of the first down at the 32-yard line. Michael Walker and A.J. Terrell on the stop of the punt team coming on for the Jaguars.
They had all the
pretty deeply so far.
All right, that'll lead to a punt in that game. We are ready to start the second half. This is one of the big games in the early window here. The Colts with a 10-point lead over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a reminder, we said it earlier, that the Bucs came into today as the #1 offense in football by a couple different metrics, including scoring, averaging 31 points a game, slightly behind that pace here today.
To start this 3rd quarter, as Isaiah Rodgers back deep to receive. And we go down to Pam Oliver.
Kevin, I asked Frank Reich about his decision, his thought process, going for the touchdown instead of the field goal on 4th and 1. He told me pure and simple, confidence in Carson Wentz.
Game rewind here real quick. I want to let you know at halftime of this game, Robert Mathis, the great edge rusher for the Colts, honored into the Ring of Honor. 8-time Pro Bowler, 123 sacks. You know, he is the Colts' career sack leader for the franchise, not Dwight Freeney. 123 sacks, one of the all-time Colt greats. Congratulations to Robert Mathis.
Pam, thanks. A lot of info there. And we'll keep an eye on if White comes back in the game. Matter of fact, Colts will start it on offense and try to get it to Hines, and it's incomplete. Matter of fact, White is back in the game. So that's good news. He just tried it back in on the field, and we'll see if he can hold up with those injuries as Pam talked about.
Yeah, you heard Pam reference that Frank Reich told her, it's confidence, it's believing. T.Y. Hilton called him, when he was referring to Frank Reich, he said he's the ultimate believer. His players sense that his belief in them, the confidence he has, they feel that. They kind of internalize it, and as a result, they go out and they play so hard for him. They truly love this guy here in Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
touched on it.
Oh, sorry, Greg. Jonathan Taylor, 8 carries, 25 yards in the first half. They're going to throw it again. Pressure from Barrett. Wentz gets rid of it. Pittman's wide open, and he holds it in across the 45, out to the 47. And the pass game continues to work with 22 more yards.
In the Houston and New York Jets game, Tyrod Taylor on 3rd and 3. Throws it left side, and, well, how did that get through there? But it did, and it's a catch. They call it good for Brandon Cooks. Move the sticks for Houston. Tyrod Taylor having a pretty decent day. 13 of 18, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception for Tyrod Taylor.
Couple fakes, get it to Taylor. David, wow, came out of nowhere and flattened Jonathan Taylor for a loss.
We've got an update back with the Houston Texans offense. Right after Brandon Cooks made the catch for the first down, you bootleg out Tyrod Taylor, and he kicks the quicks. Look at this. Over the 50, down inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. That's a 30-yard scramble for Tyrod. And a couple of words, was that C.J. Mosley? I believe it was at the end of that one. Nice big chunk play for the Texans QB.
Longest tenured Buccaneers, 10th year. Four-man rush. Wentz underneath, incomplete. Pascal had his hands on it, but Sean Murphy Bunting knocked it away. It's the 3rd drop of the day for Indianapolis.
So Philadelphia gets the football down inside of their own 10-yard line, still being shut out at MetLife Stadium. Jalen Hurts wanting a lot, but, I mean, just throwing it up there into double coverage. Xavier McKinney, you can't be desperate down 10-0, especially in the 3rd quarter. That looked like a little bit of a greedy, desperate throw. Xavier McKinney picks him off, and the Giants will have it in plus territory. That is 3 interceptions on the day for Jalen Hurts.
3rd and long. Wentz deals. Pittman's got it for a first down into Bucs territory.
Pittman's just winning his matchup this time.
All right, Tennessee with the ball, down by 6 after the Nick Folk Patriots field goal. Handed off to their backfield by committee. This one is Deonta Foreman, and he gets stripped at the end of the run, and they're going to say that Jalen Mills stayed in bounds. What a play at the end of what would have been a 34-yard run for Foreman, but it ends in disaster. Ball poked out from behind, just stayed in bounds, and so did Jalen Mills. Excellent job by New England. A couple of turnovers today for the Patriots defense.
Last he did it was 2017. That was the game that he got hurt, the ACL against the Rams, and now the Colts call their first time out as the play clock was winding down.
Back in the battle in the AFC North, Ben Roethlisberger more than midway through the 3rd quarter. Ben, pump fake, look out from behind. He's hit, strip, sack, fumble, and recovery for the Cincinnati Bengals. Ben, welcome to the jungle And look who it is from behind, 91. That's Trey Hendrickson, the big money man who came over in free agency from the New Orleans Saints. Trey Hendrickson now has 7 straight games with at least 1 sack. And the fumble recovery by Sam Hubbard will set up Cincinnati with a 31-3 lead.
Daunting Bucs defense.
You can see Tampa, they are still committed to this 5-up look, even though they've been a pass-first team today.
Get it out in space to Taylor, who has a little head of speed, but Devin White got there and wrapped him up. Gain of 5 could have been a lot more.
So all right, we're about 90 minutes away from the late window, or 90 minutes or less. One key active for the Green Bay Los Angeles Rams game. Packers running back Aaron Jones is active. He was questionable coming in with a knee injury. Aaron Jones will play in that game for Green Bay coming up in about a little less than an hour and a half.
We can't start playing scared. We can't start being worried about pushing the ball downfield and just check down and take the easy plays. He needs to find a balance between playing aggressive and being the dynamic player we've seen in the past, but eliminate a lot of the turnovers. That's the balance he's trying to strike.
The fake, a little sidearm zinger, gets it in there to Granson, his first catch today. Kylan Granson, the rookie out of SMU.
It's a little RPO.
I call this a sidearm zinger, right? Zing.
Love that. That's from now on. That's how we're referring to that arm angle. That's perfect.
I mean, it had some zip on it, no?
Really, really good. But again, simple. Easy completions, off a little RPO action. If he likes it, he can hand it. If he doesn't, he's got a flat, he's got a stick. Puts that defender in a lot of trouble there.
How about the opening drive? Every play's been a pass. Another one. Pressure from Barrett. Ball is loose. It's out. Still loose, and it's recovered by Barrett. Shaq Barrett, the strip, the sack, and the recovery. His second sack today, and that's a huge one. He knocks it loose. He would eventually pick it up, and the Buccaneers.
Maybe that's a springboard for the Tampa Bay offense. Speaking of turnovers, look at this play. The Bengals are going to try a quick pass outside. It's going to be intercepted. No, it's not. Joe Mixon stole an interception from Alex Highsmith. You may not have caught it on live speed there. Let's show you a couple of replays of it. Joe Mixon, who's having a fantastic day, 129 yards rushing and a touchdown. Alex Smith has this thing, juggling it, and then Mixon, nope, I'll take it back. I mean, it's a 3-yard loss, but more importantly, it's not a turnover, which it very well could have been and maybe should have been by the Cincinnati offense. Well done by Mixon, making all the plays today for Cincinnati. The snow flurries continue to fall in Foxborough.
As Mac Jones is right now.
Stevenson remains in there on a 2nd and 8. They handle the rush. Jones, catch made, ball lodged free. Myers did not secure it. He got hit as he went upstairs, incomplete.
It's a big, strong, striking hit, too. Who's this, Fulton, 26? Second big play we've seen him make. Remember the tackle he made out in the open field? Look at this one, going right through the body of Myers and jarring his hand so he can't come down with the football.
Big play here for the Tennessee defense with 8:34 to go in the third. New England up by 6. Can they keep this drive going? Jones, rush up the middle. Jones tricked up by Kevin Byard. Looked like he might elude it.
Massive play by Tennessee. They're not going to get any points on that drive. Will the Patriots? They will punt it away to the Titans down by 6. Miami just worked it back inside the red zone.
Last weekend.
Myles Gaskin, can he get the first down?
First and goal coming up for Miami. Let's show you a Jets offense update. Zach Wilson, quick hitter. Braxton Berrios, and Berrios is loose. One man to beat. Shoestring tackle. Otherwise, Berrios would have popped it. Still a 46-yard catch and run. Zach Wilson, in his return game, is now over 100 yards passing. Wilson, the rookie, 10 of 17, 125 yards and 1 interception.
Has been in rhythm pretty much the whole day.
Tua throws, catch made, but hit right away and knocked down. Shaq Thompson took care of Smythe this time. He's had enough.
Really nice job recognizing exactly what he's going to do. Watch him. Here he is right here. He's going to see them down block. He avoids that little rub right there, trying to push Jeremy Chin, number 21, his teammate, to affect his angle outside, but he sees it and just takes off for Durham Smythe.
This third quarter is evaporating quickly here. It's a direct snap to Gaskin. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. A handoff and then a handoff. A 2-touchdown day on the ground for Myles Gaskin.
Well, you get out of the huddle, you run wildcat, and then you come up and you've got a little bit of an overloaded offensive line as well, right? So you're going to kind of get after Carolina before they can kind of recognize that. You can see how they've got everybody walled out and blocked down. Carolina didn't have a chance stopping that one.
And the extra point. He had a string going, which was the longest it was.
No good on the PAT, so 27-10 is the Miami lead. Jalen Hurts fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, looking for the first down. He scoots past the marker. That's a 12-yard gain to extend the drive for Philadelphia. 4th and short, Bengals, they gonna go? They will. And Mixon, why not? Mixon has just been pounding Pittsburgh along with that offensive line. And the clock is Pittsburgh's worst enemy here, approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Bengals in complete control. Let's go live to this Philadelphia drive. Another third down for Hurts coming up.
His starts, this being the 16th, has he thrown under 50% completion rate. It's 8 for 19. Goddard has only 1 catch on the day.
They've tried to throw some slants in these third down and short situations. No, I mean, no way. Don't do it again. Keep running this football. Keep that run-pass option thing or that RPO type of situation open, but make sure your quarterback is the guy running this football.
There he is. He's got Arcega-Whiteside with a block on Aaron Robinson in space. Another well-designed run to get a first down for Philadelphia. 13 more yards for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I really like the misdirection and what they're doing. I mean, going one way with this, coming back with the quarterback. Look at that, following the slide. You're sliding across the formation.
Buccaneers trying to cash in after getting the football on the strip sack of Carson Wentz. Tom Brady, quick hitter outside. Rob Gronkowski looking for the marker. Gronk smash. 11-yard gain. Goes forward for it. He's got 5 catches for 82 yards, does Gronk.
156 this week. Boston Scott got hit initially up top and got submarined after a gain of 5.
Man, I like all the versatility. We talked about the versatility this time. Now let's get our tight end involved and come back here on this wham. Crack the inside guy. Go ahead and create an opportunity. Boston Scott hitting up there for a nice gain, keeping you in that second down and medium situation.
5 straight running plays now for Philadelphia. Five-man rush. Hurts steps up and runs. And cuts for the first down.
Against the Colts, Bucks are in the red zone.
37-yard penalty. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, has a completion down to the 5. It's Brate who brings it home. You know, Scotty Miller was out the last 7 weeks with a turf toe injury and hasn't caught a ball today, but you see the speed of that impact as Brown remains out.
This is a great route here. Looks a little push off. I'm sure the fans here in Indianapolis, but that's a good, clean play. He's using his big body, Cameron Brate does, to separate. It's a really good route. Good short area quickness, getting into the body of the Mike and then separate. Brady's on time.
First and goal, they've got Evans one-on-one, bottom of your screen with Rock Yassin. Brady's just going to hand off to Fournette, and not much there. Al-Quadin Muhammad leads.
Okay, the Eagles game is in a TV timeout. The Eagles called timeout, so we're not missing anything there. The Jags are in the red zone.
The receiver on first and goal. Tavon Austin, leaping grab, got the toes in for his first touchdown since 2019.
Sure got in.
Yeah, it's got to be on Evans and Gronk, right? Those are his two guys in the red zone.
Fournette gets through and gets in his third of the day. Touchdown, Tampa.
The pass. They just run. They're trying to bring pressure off the edges. Great job here by the right tackle, Tristan Wirfs. Watch. Just mowing it down. Kick out by Donovan Smith on the backside pull. The left tackle.
Go up and grab those footballs way up in the air to make sure nobody underneath picks that ball.
Tried for two, little confusion on the foul. Defense. Lawrence trying to take advantage. He does. James O'Shaughnessy.
All right. The Jags playing percentages here with the 2-point play, and it's a 10-point deficit now at home in Duval. Urban Meyer loving it. Look one more time at the 2-point play. Philadelphia will be coming out of a commercial break in just a second. Eagles will have a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line when they resume.
To the outside, still going. Kendrick Bourne breaks away. Touchdown, Patriots. It was a Bourne ultimatum. Does he go down or does
Philly. Boston Scott right through the gut.